It's a video on mole worksheet B. Calculate the mass of 6 times 10 to the power 23 magnesium atom. So you're given number of particles, you have to find the mass. Okay, number of particles and mass. So if you look at the formula, mass is not related to the number of particles. Mass is related to the mole, and mole is related to the number of particles. So if you're given the information on the number of particles, you have to find out the number of mole first. So 1 mole of any substance has 6 times 10 to the power 23 particles. So in this case it's atom. So this is actually 1 mole. Okay, 1 mole of magnesium. And what would be the mass? So the mass is number of mole times the mR, which is 1 times the AR for magnesium is 24, and that would give you 24. That would give you 24.0 gram. Okay, 24.0 gram, 3SF. How about 48 dm cube of ammonia? This is volume of a gas. Volume of a gas, is it related to the mass? Volume of gas is not related to a mass. In order to find the mass, if you're given a volume of a gas, you have to find the number of mole first. So 1 mole of any gas occupies 24 dm cube, which means that 48 dm cube would be, the number of mole would be 48 divided by 24, and that would give you 2 mole. And the mass of 2 mole of ammonia, that would be 2 times the mR, and the mR of ammonia is NH3. The mR for ammonia is, nitrogen is 14, and then plus 3, and that will be 17 times 2 would give you 34.0 gram. Okay, so this is actually a 2-step problem. Find out the number of mole first, and then after that find the mass. How about this? 2,400 cm cube of carbon dioxide. Same thing, this is volume. So you have to find out the number of mole first. But before that, 2,400 cm cube, you have to change it to dm cube, which is 2,400 over 1,000. And that will give you 2.4 dm cube. And you have to find out how many mole is this 2.4. So 2.4 divided by 24, okay, that will give you 0.1 mole. Then after that, find out the mass. The mass is number of mole times the mR. Carbon dioxide is CO2. So it is 12 plus 16 times 2, which is actually 44, and that will give you 4.40 gram, 3SF. Okay, 2.5 mole of sodium sulfate. So this is a one-step process, one-step problem, because mass is just mole times the mR. And in order to find the mR, you have to find out what is the formula for sodium sulfate. So sodium sulfate is an ionic compound. So ionic compound, you must know the formula of the ion first. Sodium ion, Na+, sulfate ion, SO2 -4, and you cross multiply, you get Na2SO4. And what is the mR of Na2SO4? The mR is sodium 23 times 2, sulfur 32, oxygen, there are 4 of them, 16. Okay, and this one is 46 plus 32 plus 64, 142. Then the mass is the mole, 2.5 times 142, which is 355 gram. That will be for D. Okay, next question, 24 dm cube of oxygen gas. Same thing, oxygen gas, 24 dm cube. So it is 1 mole. 1 mole of O2, because 1 mole of any gas would occupy 24 dm cube. So the mass would be 1 times 16 times 2, and that would be 32.0 gram. Okay, calculate the volume of 2 mole of carbon dioxide. So it is a direct application from here. 1 mole of any gas occupied 24 dm cube at room temperature and pressure. So 2 mole, there will be volume would be 2 mole times 24, which is 48.0 dm cube. 88 gram of carbon dioxide. You have to find the volume. That means you are given the mass, you have to find the volume. So you have to find the number of mole first. So number of mole is mass divided by the MR for carbon dioxide. MR for carbon dioxide, CO2, 12 plus 2 times 16, which is 2 mole. Okay, 88 gram of carbon dioxide is 2 mole. How about the volume? 1 mole of any gas, 24 dm cube. 2 mole, there will be 2 times 24. There will be 48.0 dm cube. Let's go to next page. (1.2 times 10 to the power 24 ammonia gas particles. So this is actually the number of particles. So 1 mole of any substance has this many particles. So if we are given this many, that would be number of mole would be 1.2 times 10 to the power 24 divided by 6 times 10 to the power 23, and that would give you 2 mole. And likewise for the volume, 2 mole, 2 times 24, that would give you 48.0 dm cube. Okay. Next question, calculate the concentration in gram per dm cube. So concentration. So concentration in gram per dm cube basically is take the mass divided by the volume. Okay, gram per dm cube means the number of grams divided by the number of dm cube. Number of grams is 500 gram. Number of dm cube, this number 200 cm cube can be converted to dm cube. So 200 cm cube would be 200 divided by 1000, which is 0.2 dm cube. Okay, because 1 dm cube is 1000 cm cube. So the concentration is 500 gram divided by 0.2 dm cube. Okay, and that will give you 2500 gram per dm cube. How about 2 mole HCl in 5 dm cube of water? Same thing, you want to find gram per dm cube, right? So you have to convert this 2 mole to gram. So what would be the mass of 2 mole of HCl? The mass is the number of mole times the MR. The MR is 1 plus 35.5, which is 36.5. 36.5 times 2, that will give you 73. So mass of 2 mole of HCl is 73 gram, and the concentration is mass, which is 73 gram, divided by 5 dm cube, and the answer is 14.6 gram per dm cube. Calculate the concentration in mole per dm cube. Okay, so you have to find the number of mole, 80 gram of sodium hydroxide. So first of all, you have to convert this 80 gram of sodium hydroxide into mole. So you have to divide it by the MR. So what is the MR of sodium hydroxide? This is 23 plus 16 plus 1, which is 40. And what is the number of mole of NaOH, which is the mass, divided by 40, which is 2 mole. And 100 cm cube is 0.1 dm cube. And what would be the concentration? The concentration is mole divided by dm cube, which is 0.1, which is 20.0 mole per dm cube. Okay, step by step. How about this many molecules in 500 cm cube of container? Okay, 500 cm cube. 500 cm cube is 500 divided by 1000, which is 0.5 dm cube. This many particles, what is the number of mole? So the number of mole of NH3 is the number of particles divided by the Avogadro's number, which is 6 times 10 to the power 23, and that would give you 2 mole. 2 mole. And the concentration would be 2 mole divided by 0.5, which give you 4.00 mole per dm cube. Okay, that would be the end. Okay, there will be this will be the end of mole worksheet B.